East Coast.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Director Meteorologist Samantha Wessing. In for Eric Gage just this morning. He will be back at noon, though.
And boy, did you bring some good weather with you.
I'm not going to say anything, but if you look at that 7-day later on, just today is dry. The rest of it, I'm getting a little suspicious over here. But today, sunshine, comfortable temperatures. We're talking a beautiful day ahead before some unsettled weather back in the forecast, especially. We'll get into Tropical Storm Debbie later on my full forecast. Let's take a look. Current conditions as you step outside this morning. We're starting the day at 56. It's a little bit chilly out there this morning, but very comfortable when you do step out that door. It says it's muggy, but it felt kind of comfortable out there with that dew point in the mid-50s. Take a look at that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar. Rain down in the Southern Valley, down towards Otsego County, Oneonta area right now. That will move on out. The rest of the area dry to start for this morning. So what I'm going to be watching, sunshine for today. Comfortable temperatures all week. We're going to be sitting in the 70s for much of the week ahead, but we do have an alert day on Friday. All of this due to that heavy rain from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie. But again, that's not going to be the case for today. Sunshine throughout the day, and as you can see, temperatures back into the upper 70s. Closer look at my full forecast coming up. Back with you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, after drenching coastal cities in Georgia and South Carolina, Tropical Storm Debbie is stirring up tornadoes. The storm is moving relatively slowly across the southern states, dropping staggering amounts of rain, flooding so many communities. So far, at least 6 people have died. And Governor Hochul is asking New Yorkers to take Tropical Storm Debbie seriously here and start preparing now. As you heard Samantha, later this week, the storm will be bringing rain here into New York State, and the governor is concerned it could pick up speed as it enters the Northeast.
This is our new normal because of climate change. And as the leader of this state, it's all about being prepared in advance with the early warning systems we have. This is something to be taken seriously. Do not wait until the hurricane remnants come. This is about to start today.
Debbie made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Monday in Florida before dropping to tropical storm levels as it moved north. Well, some very sad news to pass along this morning for so many here in our area, especially those in Rome. Rome Rescue Mission Executive Director Matt Miller has passed away at the very young age of 63. Miller has helped so many people over his decades of work at the mission. He believed in the motto, a hand up, not a hand out. He did all he could to build a welcoming and healing culture at the mission, from food programs to shelter and transitional housing and so much more. Miller oversaw it all until the day he passed away. Now, Rome Mayor Jeff Lanigan is definitely saddened by the passing of Miller, saying, quote, Matt's unwavering commitment and compassionate leadership have profoundly impacted countless lives, providing hope and support to those in need. His tireless efforts and selfless service will be remembered and cherished by our community. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Funeral service has not yet been announced, and our deepest sympathies go out to Matt's family and the Rome community. And I know I have interviewed him dozens of times over the years, and he truly gave everything he had to help others, and he is already being missed by so many. Switching gears now to New Hartford, where tonight
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. Taking a look at that Munson commute cast for your Wednesday morning. Traffic looking to be moving pretty smoothly out there for this morning. Shouldn't be too many issues on the roadways just yet if you're heading out this early in the morning. Let's just take a look at those drive times really quick. Seems to be moving pretty well on the thruway, both east and west between Vernon to Utica area right now. And as you can see, taking a look at some more drive times, not too bad out there on the highway if you're getting an early start in for this morning. A little bit slower though, especially down to our Southern Valley. Could be due to some of that rain passing on through for these early morning hours. Taking a look at your AM commute weather, not looking to play a factor at all throughout most of the day today. We're going to be seeing lots of sunshine, so I have those sunglasses handy for the day today, but a beautiful day in store. My full forecast that will be coming up For now, back over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Olympic organizers canceled Tuesday's marathon swimming familiarization session in the river.
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. Another beautiful day in store for our Wednesday. We're talking sunshine, dry weather throughout the day. One of the only dry days for the next couple days. Ahead, we have some unsettled weather back on its way. Let's take a look downtown Utica, Nexus Center live cam right there. Some clouds out there to begin with. Can't wait to see what the sunrise looks like in just about an hour. Take a look at those current local temperatures. A little chilly as you step out the door this morning. Most areas beginning the day in the mid to upper 50s, only looking to get into the upper 70s as we head throughout the day today. Take a look down in the Southern Valley, same situation, mid to upper 50s as we head out the door. Feeling comfortable out there, though, as far as that dew point goes. We're getting that little bit of relief in humidity as we head throughout the middle of this week. But as you can see, humidity returns, especially as we head towards Friday, gets a little more humid. Will be just a little bit of muggy, though, as we round out the rest of the week. York Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Just some rain exiting that southern portion of Otsego County right now. Dry everywhere else. Low pressure brought that rain last night. High pressure trying to sneak its way back in for today. What that's going to do is that's going to clear us out, dry us out throughout the day today. As you can see, that rain moving out as well as those clouds. So we'll see lots in the way of sunshine for today. But we're going to zoom this out a little bit more. Take a look at Tropical Storm Debbie. We're going to talk about this really quickly, and then we're going to get back to what we're expecting for today. As you can see, the track of this storm heading up towards the northeast as we continue throughout the week, looking to kind of head over New York State between Friday night and Saturday early morning. So this is the time period that we're going to be watching. Again, this is the track as of right now. So what that looks like for us here, some very heavy localized rain that could cause some localized flooding as well. Again, most of this will be arriving Friday night into the early morning hours on Saturday. So something we want to keep an eye on. The track of this is what's going to determine what we're going to be seeing here on Friday. So that's why we're making Friday into Friday night an alert day. All this due to flash flooding possible from the heavy rain from the remnants of Hurricane Tropical Storm Debbie. As we can see heading throughout the day today, though, that's not going to be the case. We're going to be seeing sunshine for today. Not much will change on the skycast. A couple clouds down in the Southern Valley, but besides that, sunshine, especially along the Thruway, North Country as well. Heading throughout the day, we're going to clear out for the evening, too. Mostly clear skies for tonight. As we head towards Thursday, dry start to the morning. The next chance for rain, though, you can see that arriving by Thursday afternoon. So dry today, right on into our Thursday. For today, mostly sunny skies, highs back into the upper 70s. So very comfortable, very nice day. Great day to get anything done outside today. As I said, rain back on its way. Tonight, mostly clear. That's going to dip us right back down into the mid-50s throughout the overnight. Great night to open those windows tonight. Let that fresh air in. Take a look at that 7-day forecast. Like I said, rain by the afternoon on Thursday, that alert day for Friday. Again, we're going to keep an eye on that track of that tropical storm. That's really going to determine what we see here on Friday. And then some unsettled weather, some hit or miss showers for the weekend ahead. 70s, though, all week long. Back up to you, Gary.
Enjoy today.
Get outside and have fun because it's beautiful today. Rain on its way.
Yeah. Samantha, thanks. The time right now is 5:21. Still ahead on Sunrise, a new round of downtown revitalization.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Samantha Wessing. In for Eric Gage. In my defense, I'm usually sleeping right now, so I really wasn't sure what time it was right I'll be honest. But beautiful weather today.
Yeah, you brought great weather for us today.
I did. We're going to talk sunshine, some very comfortable temperatures. So any of that yard work that you've been putting off, get it done tonight after work.
Why?
It's going to be dry. We have rain back on its way for the next couple of days, especially on Friday.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about that just a little bit later on. Let's go outside right now, heading outside for work. We're sitting at 56 degrees out there right now. A little bit muggy out there, but it's going to feel a lot more comfortable as we head throughout the day today. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radars. You see rain just south of Oneonta right now, but this rain will be pushing on out everywhere else, though dry, mostly clear to start this morning. So seeing that sunrise very shortly. When I'm talking today, sunshine throughout the day today, comfortable temperatures all week. sitting in the 70s. And then that alert day for Friday, heavy rain from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie hitting here Friday night, and that could bring some localized flooding. So something we're keeping an eye on as we head throughout the day today, getting into the upper 70s, but you can see that dry weather, beautiful day ahead. My full forecast, that'll be coming up later on. For now, back over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Vice President Kamala Harris unveiled her choice for the 2024 Democratic ticket for Vice President.
Good morning. We're going to talk really quickly about that alert day that we do have on Friday. This due to the remnants that Hurricane Debbie, which is now Tropical Storm Debbie, will be bringing as it tracks closer to us Friday into the very early morning hours on Saturday. Heavy rain, possibly causing some flooding issues for our area. As you can see on that radar and satellite, see the tropical storm just spinning out to the coast of South Carolina right there. This will continue to track up to the northeast as we continue throughout Thursday and then into the day on Friday. And where it's going to hit us will be that Friday late afternoon, evening time into the early morning hours on Saturday. Like we said, this could bring that possibility for some localized flooding associated with this. So something we're going to be watching, the biggest thing will be the track of this storm. The track will kind of determine what weather we'll be seeing here on Friday. We'll have a closer look at what we can expect as the week continues on, coming up in my full forecast. Over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. With high school sports right around the corner, the Adirondack Central School District.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. What a beautiful day we will have in store today. Lots of sunshine, mostly clear skies, and those temperatures on the comfortable side compared to what we've been seeing a lot this summer, getting into the upper 70s for today. Take a look at downtown Utica using that Nexus Center live cam. My favorite part of the morning show is continually seeing that sunrise as we continue throughout each show. And as you can see, some clouds out there this morning. Those will continue to clear out as we head throughout the morning hours. Starting the day, though, a little chilly to begin. 57 in New Hartford from Mike. As you can see, 50s to begin the day. Will warm up, though, as we head throughout the day, like I said, getting into the upper 70s. But a nice chilly start, and this is what we're going to be seeing again for tonight. It's getting back down to those 50s. So one of those great days to open the window, let some fresh air in, even this morning. Get a little bit of fresh air as you start your day. Comfortable feeling out there for those dew points to begin with. So feel a little bit more comfy today, and then we will see that increase in humidity, especially as we head towards Friday. With everything going on Friday, we're going to get a little bit more humid, and then we'll feel that muggy feeling as we start our weekend. So the humidity's still here, still sticking around as we continue throughout this week. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain down to our south, but we are dry here in our region. Low pressure is what caused that rain earlier. That's moving on out. High pressure swinging on in. This is going to clear us out. This is going to dry us out. But I'm going to kind of shift down to our south as we can see Tropical Storm Debbie now right there off the coast of South Carolina. What's going to happen with this? This is going to track to the northeast as we continue throughout the day tomorrow. It's going to come over us, as you can see right there around the evening hours on Friday into the early morning hours on Saturday. Now this track is going to be very important because this is going to kind of help figure out what's going to play for us here on Friday. Right now, that looking to be some very heavy rainfall over Mohawk Valley, central New York area. This clock stopped here at 11 p.m. on Friday, so that's what we're going to watch for, is that heavy rain and flooding possible due to the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie as it moves up over us. Again, this is Friday night into Saturday, so that's why we're going to have that alert day for Friday, because something we're keeping an eye on as we get closer to the end of this work week. Not the case for today, though. Clear, dry skies as we continue throughout the day. Not talking too much going on. Not much will change with the skycast. As we head throughout the day today, lots of sunshine. A little bit more cloudy, though, south of the thruway. Clearing out more as we continue into the evening hours. Overnight, dry start to the day on Thursday, but clouds will build right back on in. And a chance of rain looking to arrive by the afternoon. So we do start dry on Thursday, rain by the afternoon hours. For today, again, mostly sunny, highs into the upper 70s, and that humidity on the lower side for today. Mostly clear tonight, patchy fog during those overnight hours. Great night to open those windows overnight with those temperatures back down into the 50s. Like I said, Thursday starts dry, rain by the afternoon, and then that alert day for Friday, watching that possibility for some flooding late Friday into the early morning hours on Saturday, and then some unsettled weather, but those temperatures sticking to the 70s all week long. Gary.
Let's hope Friday isn't too bad.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah, Samantha, thanks. Well, Britt.
With Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Eric Gage. Just in the morning, he'll be back to do the noon.
And you brought some good news. Great weather today.
Great weather today. I don't want to toot my own horn, but if you've been watching on the weekends, it's been
pretty good.
Pretty good, not going to lie. But today, beautiful, comfortable out there in the 70s, sunshine.
Can't beat
so
it.
great day ahead. If you got to get outside, get things done, do that today. Let's take a look. Current conditions. You're stepping out your door right now to head to work. 55 degrees outside. Sunshine, though, to begin. There's that humidity and those big words, comfortable. So we're going to be feeling nice as you step outside. Not that humid, muggy feeling that we've been seeing back about a week ago. It's going to be nice this week. Taking a look at that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville battery live radar. Rain is pushed down to our southeast. We are dry here. We're going to stay dry as we continue throughout the day on Wednesday, right on into our Thursday morning. But what am I watching for the day today? That sunshine for today. Temperatures comfortable all week long. We're going to be staying in the mid to upper 70s for much of the week ahead. And then that alert day on Friday, heavy rain is going to be possible late Friday night into early morning hours on Saturday. All this due to that remnants from Tropical Storm Debbie making its way up the East Coast. But that will not be the case for today. Any of that yard work you may have to get done, anything you need to do outside, do that all today. It's going to be a beautiful day with sunshine. More unsettled weather, though, back on its way as the week continues. We'll have a closer look at my forecast coming up. Over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, after drenching coastal cities in Georgia and South Carolina, Tropical Storm Debbie is stirring up some tornadoes. The storm is moving relatively slowly across the southern states, dropping staggering amounts of rain, flooding so many communities. So far, at least 6 people have died in the storm, now 2 days into it. And Governor Hochul is asking New Yorkers to take Tropical Storm Debbie seriously here and start preparing now. As you heard Samantha say that later this week, Friday, the storm will bring rain to New York State, and the governor is concerned it could pick up speed as it enters the Northeast.
This is our new normal because of climate change. And as the leader of this state, it's all about being prepared in advance with the early warning systems we have. This is something to be taken seriously. Do not wait until the hurricane remnants come. This is about to start today.
Debbie made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Monday morning in Florida before dropping to tropical storm levels as it moved north. Well, some very sad news to pass along for so many here in our area, especially those in Rome. Rome Rescue Mission Executive Director Matt Miller has passed away at the young age of 63. Miller has helped dozens, hundreds, even thousands over his decades of work at the mission. He believed in the motto, a hand up, not a handout. He did all he could to build a welcoming and healing culture at the mission, from food programs to shelter, even transitional housing, and so much more. Miller oversaw it all until the day he passed away. Now, Rome Mayor Jeff Lanigan is definitely saddened by the passing of Matt Miller, saying, quote, Matt's unwavering commitment and compassionate leadership have profoundly impacted countless lives, providing hope and support to those in need. His tireless efforts, our selfless service will be remembered and are cherished by our community. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Funeral services have not yet been announced, and our deepest sympathies go out to Matt's family and the Rome community. And I know I have interviewed him dozens of times over the years, and he truly gave everything he had to help others, and he is already being missed by so many here in our community. Switching gears now to New Hartford, where tonight the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. We will start with taking a look at that Munson commute cast for your Wednesday morning. Roadways looking to be moving pretty smoothly out there for this morning. Shouldn't be too much of an issue as far as traffic goes. Getting to work for this Wednesday. Weather will not be playing a factor in that issue at all. Taking a look, we'll kind of zoom through these drive times. Looking to be a pretty decent drive right there as you're heading either east or west between Utica and Vernon for today. Same thing down in east or west for 49, looking to be moving pretty quickly as well. And then taking a look down to our south a little bit, Cooperstown, I-90, just a little bit slower on the thruway for this morning, but still traffic moving pretty well as we head throughout this morning. Like I said, weather will not be playing a factor in that commute for this morning. Just make sure you have those sunglasses if you're driving out there for today. We're going to be mostly sunny throughout the majority of the day, but that commute home, same situation. Sunshine throughout the majority of the day, so rain not getting in the way for anything for today. That's not going to be arriving till later on this week. More of my forecast will be coming up. Back over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Olympic organizers cancel.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning today, one of those top 10 sort of days. Comfortable feeling outside, temperatures not too warm, and just lots of sunshine as we continue throughout the Wednesday. I got to start by saying good luck to the Utica Junior Blue Sox. They actually won the State Junior Legion title, so they will be heading to Bangor, Maine for regionals. Thanks to my friend Kim over there at Indium for sending this photo into me this morning. Taking a look, like I said, favorite part of the show is kind of seeing that sunrise as we continue throughout the day today. Like I said, starting to see those blue skies. We're seeing plenty of sunshine as we head throughout the day today. But chilly start, we're beginning the day in the 50s. We've been used to starting the day in the 70s right now. Those 50s feeling rather cool to begin our Wednesday. But we're going to warm back up into the upper 70s as we head throughout the day. Comfortable feeling out there. Dew points will be sitting in the mid to upper 50s throughout the day, bringing us that comfortable feeling. We'll see that situation for today. Get a little bit of muggy as we head towards Thursday. Really start to feel that humidity on Friday before we start to kind of get a little bit more of that relief as we head into the weekend. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain is pushed down to our southeast. We are dry here in the Mohawk Valley. Low pressure is what brought that rain. That is pushing on out. High pressure moving on in. This is what's going to dry us out, clear us out, and give us that beautiful day for today. We're going to kind of switch gears down to our south. Tropical Storm Debbie right off the coast of South Carolina. What's going to happen with this? This is going to continue to track to the northeast as we head throughout Thursday into Friday, where it looks to sit over us right there, kind of between late Friday night into the very early morning hours on Saturday. This track is really going to determine what type of weather we're going to be seeing by where this will sit. Right now, what we're looking at, though, is some very heavy rain associated with this tropical storm. And so what's going to happen is late Friday night and the early mornings of Saturday, be watching for some flooding due to the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie. So that's why we're going to make that Friday and a Friday night an alert day, something that I know Bill and Eric will be keeping an eye on as we get closer to Friday. Again, not the case for today. Not much happening in that Storm Tracker 2 Skycast as we continue throughout the morning. Clear skies, a little bit of clouds down south of the thruway, but not much will be going on as we continue throughout the day. We clear out even more heading into Wednesday evening. Wednesday night, mostly clear skies, dipping those temperatures back down into the 50s, starting the day in the 60s. Dry start to Thursday, and then that next chance for some rain arriving by Thursday afternoon. So again, for today, mostly sunny, highs into the upper 70s, comfortable feeling out there for the middle of our work week. Mostly clear tonight. Patchy fog possible throughout the overnight hours into the very early morning on Thursday. Lows in the mid-50s. 7-day forecast. Like I said, dry start on Thursday. Rain arriving by Thursday afternoon. There's that alert day for Friday. Watching for heavy rain. Could possibly cause some flooding issues Friday night into Saturday. And then we're in the 70s for the week ahead. Gary.
Samantha, thanks. National Night Out started over 40 years ago as a...
Continues.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Eric Gage this morning.
And a beautiful day ahead, but let's say happy birthday to your grandfather. You said what?
It was just in July, didn't it? Was,
Oh, July.
He turned 98.
98, awesome.
Yep, still walks every day.
Yeah.
So those are the genes that I want to have.
I think you got 'em.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed here. But yeah, beautiful day today. Sunshine, gorgeous weather. Lots of unsettled weather, though, back on its way. Scattered showers for the most part, but we're really going to be talking about that heavy rain on Friday.
Yeah, let's talk about today for a
We'll
while.
talk about, let's get through today. Beautiful day. If you're heading out the doors this morning, we're looking at 55 degrees, so a little chilly out there, but I love seeing the word comfortable right there along the humidity line. So we're going to be feeling comfortable. Temperatures getting into the upper 70s. So beautiful day all around. Storm Tracker 2, Yorkville Battery live radar. Rain is pushed down to our southeast. We are dry here. We're going to be seeing clear skies as well. So lots in the way of sunshine. And that's what I'm going to be watching for today is that sunshine today. Comfortable temperatures. So all week long, we're looking to stay in the mid to upper 70s. And then we do have an alert day on Friday, and this is due to that heavy rain possible from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie as it moves up the coast for today into tomorrow. But as you can see for today, that will not be the case. Wall-to-wall sunshine, so a great day. I recommend today, get outside, get any of that yard work you need to get done. I'll have more of my forecast coming up. Back over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Vice President Kamala Harris unveiled her choice for the 2020.
Good morning. We're going to be talking an alert day for Friday into Friday night. All of this due to the remnants of Hurricane Debbie, which is now Tropical Storm Debbie. It could bring some heavy rain, so it's going to cause a possibility for some flash flooding for late Friday into the early overnight hours on Saturday. So taking a look at the storm right now, you can see it off the coast of South Carolina, bringing them heavy rains, winds like that. What's going to happen? Is this going to continue to track up the coast, coming over us, like I said, around the afternoon Friday into the overnight hours on Saturday? You can see that right there. And what that's going to do is going to bring us some very heavy rain throughout the evening and late night hours. And that's what we'll be watching as the week continues on, is a possibility for some flooding during those late night hours. Not the case, though, for today. Sunshine today, and then unsettled like weather back on its way. More of my forecast will be coming up. Over to you, Gary.
Samantha, thanks. With high school sports right around the corner, the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. A beautiful day ahead today here in the Mohawk Valley. We're talking sunshine and dry weather for our Wednesday, but I do have to start by saying good luck to the Utica Blue Sox. They just won their State Junior Legion title, so they are heading to Bangor, Maine for the regionals by the end of this week. So good luck to them on their journey. Thank you to Kim Witchley for sending this picture in to me. Beautiful start to our day. Look at those blue skies out there in downtown Utica. Gorgeous sunrise for our Wednesday, but a chilly start. 50s to begin the day. We've been so used to starting the day in the 60s, 70s. 50s are going to feel rather chilly. Same situation down the Southern Valley, 50s to begin our morning, but we will warm up into the upper 70s by the afternoon. Comfortable feeling, so dew point not playing too much of a factor in the feeling for the day today. We're going to feel pretty comfortable as we head out there for the day. So comfy feeling on Wednesday. Getting a little bit more muggy as we head into Thursday. Feeling that humidity, though, by Friday, and then we'll get that slight decrease as we start our weekend. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain has pushed down to the southeast, so we are dry here. We're clear as well as we switch it over to that satellite feed. Low pressure system has pushed on out, taking the rain with it. High pressure, that's what's going to be sneaking in today, bringing us those clear skies, dry conditions for the day today. So that's the big playmaker. But we're going to switch our view down to our south. As we can see, Tropical Storm Debbie just off the coast of South Carolina. So what we're going to be watching with this is as it continues to track up the coast, it looks to arrive here around the evening hours of Friday, very early morning hours of Saturday, as you can see right there. What we're going to be watching with this is very heavy rain possible with it, causing localized flash flooding. So as I switch this over, you'll notice as we continue throughout the evening on Friday, this clock stopped here 11 p.m. on Friday, heavy rain possible just around the Utica area, central New York area. So that's what we're going to be watching as this continues to track up the coast. So that is why we're making Friday into Friday night an alert day due to those heavy rains causing the possibility for flash flooding. So something Eric and Bill keeping an eye on as we continue throughout this work week. Again, back to today, that is not going to be the case. We're talking sunshine and dry weather for Wednesday. As we continue throughout the day, clear skies. A little bit more clouds though south of the thruway, but mostly clear as we continue throughout the afternoon. Temperatures getting into the upper 70s. Mostly clear as we continue tonight. That's going to dip those temperatures back down into the 50s as we head overnight again. And then to start Thursday, we will begin the day dry on Thursday. And then as we continue towards the afternoon, that's when the best chance for any rain will arrive by the afternoon hours on Thursday. Again, for today, mostly sunny, highs into the upper 70s. For tonight, another cool night tonight. Great night to just open the windows. Let some of that fresh air in. Mostly clear, some patchy fog late overnight tonight into the very early morning hours on Thursday. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, some unsettled weather for the next couple of days. Like I said, rain holds off until Thursday afternoon. Watching for that alert day on Friday, all of that due to the possibility for some flash flooding from those heavy rains we're going to be seeing Friday. Unsettled weather into the weekend, but the good news, those temperatures staying comfortable all week long, mid to upper 70s. Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Brittany Griner is
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Track 2 meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Eric Gage this morning.
And in with some good news for us as well.
Yes, I swear. If Eric was in, there'd be rain.
Wouldn't it?
Since it's me, that's how it works.
I'm going to tell him that.
Yeah, don't tell him that. He brings sunshine too sometimes, but beautiful day. Today, though, is the day to get out and get anything done because we're talking rain for the next couple of days. So enjoy today. And then be ready for some unsettled weather back on its way.
We'll enjoy today for sure.
So if you're stepping outside today, temperatures outside on the chillier side to start. We're still sitting in the 50s right there, but the sun is out and it's a comfortable feeling in that humidity. Finally getting a break and a relief from those humid days we've been seeing. As you can see on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar, any rain from this morning has pushed out to our southeast. So we are going to be dry and we're going to be clear for the remainder of the day today. So what I'm going to be watching as we head throughout the day, that sunshine all day today. Temperatures all week long, they may be on the comfortable side. We're talking mid to upper 70s for the majority of the week. But we do have the alert day on Friday. Heavy rain possible from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie. So something we're going to be keeping an eye on. That track of that storm is really going to make a difference as to what we see here on Friday. But again, not the case for today. Sunshine, and we climb into the upper 70s as we head throughout the day today. So beautiful day in store for our Wednesday. Closer look at my forecast. That'll be coming up later on in the show. Over to Gary.
Samantha, thanks. Well, after drenching coastal cities in Georgia and South Carolina, Tropical Storm Debbie is stirring up some tornadoes. The storm is moving relatively slowly across the southern states, dropping staggering amounts of rain, flooding many communities. So far, at least 6 people have died. And Governor Hochul is asking New Yorkers now to take Tropical Storm Debbie seriously here and start preparing now just in case. As you heard Samantha, later this week, the storm will bring rain to New York State, and the governor is concerned it could pick up speed as it enters the Northeast.
This is our new normal because of climate change. And as the leader of this state, it's all about being prepared in advance with the early warning systems we have. This is something to be taken seriously. Do not wait until the hurricane remnants come. This is about to start today.
Debbie made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Monday morning in Florida before dropping to a tropical storm status as it moved north. Well, some very sad news to pass along this morning for so many here in our area, especially those over in Rome. Rome Rescue Mission Executive Director Matt Miller has passed away at the very young age of 63. Miller has helped so many people over his decades of work at the mission. He believed in the motto, a hand up, not a hand out. He did all he could to build a welcoming and healing culture at the mission, from food programs to shelter and transitional housing and so much more. Miller oversaw it all until the day he passed away. And Rome Mayor Jeff Lanigan is definitely saddened by the passing of Matt Miller, saying, quote, Matt's unwavering commitment and compassionate leadership have profoundly impacted countless lives, providing hope and support to those in need. His tireless efforts and selfless service will be remembered and cherished by our community. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Funeral services have not yet been announced, and our deepest sympathies go out to Matt's family and the Rome community. And I know I have interviewed him so many times over the years, and he did truly give everything he had to help others, and he is already being missed by so many. Switching gears now to New Hartford.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessey.
Good morning. Beautiful weather in store here for the Mohawk Valley. As we continue throughout our Wednesday, we're talking sunshine, just a very comfortable feeling to outside today. Let's take a look at that live Nexus Center downtown Utica camera there. Those blue skies we love to see here in downtown Utica. Great start to our morning this morning. Lots of sunshine ahead for today. Taking a look at those local temperatures, a little bit of a chilly start. We're finally slowly getting into the 60s as that sun begins to come up. So 61 in Westerville, 59 in Westmoreland, down the Southern Valley. 60s to 50s to begin much of the day. Like I said, we will warm up into the upper 70s as we head throughout the day. Comfortable feeling out there with that dew point for today. It will change though. We'll get a little muggy as we head to Thursday. Feeling that humidity back by Friday as that next system approaches, and then we'll get a little bit of a relief from the humidity, but still a little muggy to start the weekend ahead. So very comfortable for today, and then we'll feel that humidity on its way back. Storm Tracker 2, Yorkville Battery live radar. Rain has pushed down to our southeast, so we are dry here. Switching to that satellite feed, we are clear as well. Low pressure moving off to the coast. That's taking the rain with it. High pressure sneaking on in. This will build in, keep us dry, keep us sunny throughout the day today. So that's going to be our playmaker for today. What we're watching, though, as we switch this down to our south, Tropical Storm Debbie down off the coast of South Carolina. As this continues to track up to the northeast, looking to come here right there around Friday evening into the overnight hours on Saturday. So that's what we're really going to be watching, is that time period right there. Right now with the track of the storm, what we're going to be watching is for heavy rain causing some flash flooding issues for some areas. So this is a very big concern as we head towards the evening hours on Friday. To show you that rain, as you can see, the reds right there just a little bit to the west of Utica. Again, watching the track of this. The track is really going to determine what's going to happen, but we're still going to be talking some very heavy rain for Friday. So that's why we have an alert day in place Friday to Friday night due to the remnants of Hurricane Debbie, bringing that possibility for some heavy rain. But that's not the case today, so let's head back for today. We'll see sunshine throughout the majority of the day. Clouds clear out just a little bit. We'll see more in the way of clouds south of the thruway, but mostly clear skies, lots of sunshine. As we continue into the evening, same situation. Mostly clear for tonight, dipping those temperatures back down into the 50s, low 60s overnight. Some clouds to begin on Thursday, but we do start Thursday dry. As we get, though, towards Thursday afternoon, that's the next chance for some showers, possible thunderstorms by Thursday afternoon. Again, for today, we're talking temperatures back into the upper 70s. Comfortable feeling out there as that dew point does stay low for today. Mostly sunny, my pick of the week for today. So get anything you need to get done outside today as we have unsettled weather back on its way. Lows tonight in the 50s. Open those windows, let that cool air in. Mostly clear, some patchy fog for the overnight hours for Wednesday into very early morning on Thursday. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, though. Like I said, Thursday will start dry. Then we run that risk for that unsettled weather. Friday, again, the alert day. What we're watching for this is for that heavy rain from the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie as it moves up the coast. That's what we're going to be keeping an eye on as we get closer to Friday. Some unsettled weather for the weekend. But take a look at those temperatures. We stay pretty comfortable for the week ahead in the 70s pretty much all week. Your news to go after the break.
The news with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Tropical Storm Debbie is now spinning off the southeast coast after unleashing its strength on tens of millions and spreading even more heavy rain and flooding on its now crawl up the east coast. We will check in with Eric to see the potential impact here locally in just a second, but first, we start with NBC's Priscilla Thompson, who has the latest on Debbie from Wilmington, North Carolina.
So right now, Tropical Storm Debbie is over the Atlantic Ocean, and with those warm waters there, it could potentially re-strengthen for that second landfall, which is also expected to hit the Carolina coast overnight. But for now, what we're seeing here is that we're in the outer bands, so we're seeing rain sort of come and go every few hours. But when that rain comes, it has the potential to be very strong, so there is still a risk for flash flooding and tornadoes in this area, and that comes as we're continuing to see recovery efforts happening in Florida where there was flooding. We're seeing washed out roads in Georgia, down power lines in South Carolina, and tragically those 6 people who died. And now these communities are bracing for potentially more historic rainfall. In Wilmington, North Carolina, I'm Priscilla Thompson.
And Governor Hochul is...
This is our new normal because of climate change. And as the leader of this state,
The governor, obviously right there, urging New Yorkers to take Tropical Storm Debbie seriously and start preparing right now. As you heard Eric earlier this week, we can expect some rain from Debbie later in the week.
this is our new normal because of climate change. And as the leader of this state, it's all about being prepared in advance with the early warning systems we have. This is something to be taken seriously. Do not wait until the hurricane remnants come. This is about to start today.
Debbie made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane Monday morning in Florida before dropping to tropical storm levels. And meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, as you were mentioning earlier this week, we could be seeing a lot of rain from this as well.
Yeah, that system is going to head back inland and then push up the northeastern coast, and that could affect us here locally. Matter of fact, within the past 24 hours, there have been updates to the excessive rainfall risk here locally. So let's take a look at that path of where Debbie is headed. So as Priscilla Thompson mentioned, it is still off the coast. It's not made landfall yet again. It's still spinning and hovering and staying stationary. It's going to enter the mainland U.S. once more. And then the path of that storm actually goes directly over us here in central New York. But what I can tell you right now is it will not be at tropical storm levels when it reaches us. For right now, as you can see here, the path will weaken and continue northward and eastward up into the northern Atlantic. But what it will bring, though, is tropical moisture, which sets the stage for potential for excessive rainfall, especially Friday evening, Friday night into early Saturday morning. You can see this red area zone right here, a moderate risk for excessive flash flooding rainfall. This is usually one of the highest zones we get here locally, especially with the lack of tropical storm remnants we see here in central New York. But for now, it's beautiful out. We got 75, technically muggy conditions, but it's much more relief right now compared to the past few days, even in the past week or so. And the radar right now is quiet and dry, but temperatures again in the 70s, a little cooler down south where the cloud layer is still remaining pretty stubborn. But you can see here, of course, plenty of blue skies. In the next 12 hours, we started out in the 50s, climbing into the upper 70s by this afternoon. But still, that humidity remains low. Clouds will stay south of our area as a front continues south and east. But then as we head into tomorrow and then Friday, that humidity level will gradually increase, more so on Friday. And on top of that, that's when we'll be tracking the arrival of Tropical Storm Debbie as well, which again will weaken into a post-tropical depression. And that system will bring rainfall to our area. The latest trends of it have it moving a bit more to the south and to the west. So we're still going to fine-tune those rainfall total numbers. Matter of fact, we'll give you the initial numbers of that rainfall total coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Some very sad news to pass along for so many. Executive Director Matt Miller has passed away at the very young age of 63. Miller has helped so many people over his decades of work at the mission. He believed in the motto, a hand up, not a handout. He did all he could to build a welcoming and healing culture at the mission, from food programs to shelters and so much more. Miller oversaw it all until the day he actually passed away. Rome Mayor Jeff Lanigan is definitely saddened by the passing of Matt Miller, saying, quote, Matt's unwavering commitment and compassionate leadership have profoundly impacted countless lives, providing hope and support to those in need. His tireless efforts and selfless service will be remembered and cherished by our community. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and loved ones during this difficult time. Now, funeral services have not yet been announced, and our deepest sympathies go out to Matt's family and the Rome community. And I know I have interviewed him dozens of times over the years, and he truly gave everything he had to help others, and he is already being missed by so many. Of course, we'll have his arrangements when they do become available. Today is National Purple Heart Day, and on this day, this is announced it will hold a customer assistance event in Rome a week from today on August 14th to help any customers who might need it after last month's tornado. National Grid customer service workers will be on hand to review people's accounts and explore bill management options. It goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Jervis Public Library. That's at 613 North Washington Street. National Grid says this event offers customers a chance to have a face-to-face dialogue so they may ask questions, learn about affordability options, and discover opportunities to save on their energy uses, and also determine their eligibility for National Grid's emergency assistance programs. Again, that's all next Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Jervis Public Library in Rome. And if you're traveling through the Syracuse airport this week, be prepared to see fire, smoke, and a lot of emergency responders. There will be live fire training. It's federally mandated, and it'll go daily and nightly starting today and run through Saturday. There will be actors on the airfield and in the terminal, as well as real fire and smoke. The executive director of the Syracuse Regional Airport Authority says the exercise is an essential tool to prepare people throughout the airport to respond swiftly in the event of a real emergency. The large production happens every 3 years. And 1 month into a $2.3 million traffic improvement project in North.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. It's turned out to be a very lovely day with sunshine in the Mohawk Valley. A different story in areas a bit to the south. Take a live look in Oneonta right now. That stationary front keeping clouds a little bit more persistent and those temperatures a little bit cooler. But again, as I mentioned, in the Mohawk Valley, we're seeing lots of sunshine, technically muggy conditions, but overall pretty comfortable weather for early August standards. Mohawk Valley sitting in the 70s. Same thing for the North Country. Lake Pleasant, the outlier, at 69 degrees. To the south, in the 60s. In fact, 63 in Oneonta. It's a very cool day down in parts of the southern valleys. But as you head up north again, with the sun is shining, it's warmed up into the low 70s. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Again, quiet conditions here locally. Enjoy the beautiful dry weather for now, because that will change as we head into tomorrow evening and then into Friday. So here's that cold front that swept through. It's still a bit stationary. It's very slow moving. This is actually going to shift back north again, almost backwards, as that strong south wind from what's left of Tropical Storm Debbie will inch its way northward. And you can see the path of this right here, heading through the Carolinas, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, then beyond into Canada and into the northern Atlantic. And regarding rainfall numbers, some spots could see as high as 2, maybe 3 inches of rain. Some outlying areas in the red could see 3 inches or more. But with the fact that this system is still yet to make landfall yet again, the path of that might change. The numbers will still be present. We'll still see a good amount of rainfall, but the exact location of the heaviest of rainfall and the highest concern for flash flooding could shift east or west. So stay with us. We'll provide the latest updates on this system as more data comes in and as the days get closer regarding the arrival. But regardless, we made an alert day for Friday to Friday night for the potential for flash flooding. And so on our Skycast, again, persistent clouds south, sunshine in the valley and north, temperatures in the 70s, low humidity. It's going to be a quiet night tonight and a dry start tomorrow. Clouds will increase throughout the day. Rain showers move in the afternoon and evening, although a bit spotty. And then as we head into Friday, again, clouds, scattered spotty showers, and then the rain moves in. Again, what's left of Debbie will arrive by Friday evening and eventually overnight. And so your 7-day forecast, potential for heavy rain Friday, just an early heads up for that. And then following that, actually the weekend is shaping up a bit more dry. Still a few spotty showers, temperatures in the 70s, and we remain in the 70s. No very warm stretch expected for the next 7 days. We'll be right back.
With Kristen Copeland and Jason Pallas.
Activists from the group Justice for Yahweh are set to give a list of demands to the Utica Common Council tonight.
It comes weeks after the 13-year-old was shot and killed by Utica police. News Channel 2's Luke Mann, who never wanted any recognition, but deserved it for what he did every day.
Matt Miller was the longtime executive director of the Rome Rescue Mission. He died Sunday at just 63 years old, worked until the day he passed away. I remember him being quite proud of his pancakes.
Yes, he was.
A quote from Matt, "Every day is an opportunity to be a light in the lives we touch."
Continuing coverage on tornado recovery in Rome today for customers to meet face-to-face with someone about their bills. The event is August 14th, 10 to 3 at Jervis Public Library. Now, if you want to apply for the company's energy assistance program, you're going to need to bring letters saying that you qualify for SNAP, Medicaid, Veterans Disability, or other federal assistance programs.
Meteorologist Eric Gage in for Bill tonight.
We're tracking pleasant weather this evening. This was more than welcome with lots of sunshine, lower humidities. Take a live look at our Cavey Tower camera. Mainly cloudless skies in the Mohawk Valley, and of course, temperature sitting at 78 degrees. Now, technically muggy, dew point of 59, but compared to the past week or so, this is low humidity. Now, we'll be tracking the arrival of some rain showers heading into tomorrow evening, but our concerning time frame looks to be heading into Friday evening, Friday night. That's when the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie will move into our area. We'll talk a bit more about that rainfall coming up in a few minutes. But again, tonight, overnight lows fall down into the 60s. Great night to leave those windows open, letting that refreshing air. And again, we're talking about that rainfall for the second half of the week. Straight ahead. Back to you.
Eric, thank you. The new school year will bring a new cell phone policy at New Hartford High School.
It's not.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. It's been a beautiful Wednesday here across central New York today with temperatures in the 70s and lower humidity. A slightly different story in the city of Oneonta. Those clouds have remained persistent almost all day. It's remained in the 60s, a well cooler than average day by August standards down in the city of the Hills. But regardless, here in the Utica area, nearly cloudless skies as that stationary front still stays south of us here locally. Again, look at those local temperatures in the upper 70s, near 80 degrees in Westernville, 75 Lake Pleasant to the south, 72 Hamilton, 71 degrees in Cooperstown. And a live look, the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are still tracking quiet conditions for now, but that will change as we approach the next few days. So there's a stationary front to the south at this point. This is the same system that brought rain showers earlier on in the week as it pushed south, but it'll actually go in reverse and shift back north again as a strong south wind arrives. This is driven by Tropical Storm Debbie, which is making landfall off of South Carolina right now. The remnants of this will continue northward, as you can see right here, and it will not be a tropical storm category by the time it reaches us, but there'll be plenty of tropical moisture in place for the potential for excessive rainfall. So how much rainfall are we talking? Well, early numbers indicate roughly 1 to 3 inches of rain, some spots even more. Now, it's still too early to fine-tune the exact spots of that heavier rain, but regardless, this is why we're at a moderate risk for excessive rainfall here in central New York. So let's talk about that timing. When are we going to expect that heavy rain? You can see here, quiet conditions tonight. Again, great weather. Leave those windows open because as we head into the next few days, we'll see increasing humidity. Tomorrow, a few spotty showers developing in the afternoon and evening, but these wouldn't impact our area all too much. Starting out Friday, a few spotty showers and clouds, but then as we head into Friday afternoon and Friday evening, that's when that heavy rain arrives. And this, the remnants of Debbie will actually collide with that cold front from the west, and this will push eastward. And then by the time we head into Friday night and into Saturday, the highest impacts of this system is over and done with. So again, highest impact timing for the remnants of Debbie look to be between Friday afternoon and then Friday night. But then Saturday and Sunday, a few spotty showers, temperatures in the 60s, or 70s I should say, and we remain in the 70s for most of next week.
Eric Gage.
Good evening. We are keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Debbie, which has made landfall along South Carolina's coast. It is going to weaken into a post-tropical depression. So the tropical storm will not reach us, but the tropical moisture will. And along that line, we could see the potential for some excessive rainfall. And so here is our flash flooding risk as we approach eventually Friday. And as you can see here, lots of red here. We are pretty much in the bullseye of potentially seeing 1 to 3 inches, some spots even more of rain. But we're still going to fine-tune those rainfall totals as the path of Tropical Storm Debbie gets closer and closer. But regardless of what's happening later on this week, this evening was pretty beautiful. Tonight, great weather to leave those windows open, and a dry start tomorrow before some spotty rain showers develop by the afternoon. We'll, of course, talk about that, plus, again, more details on what's coming up later on in the week straight ahead.
All right, thank you, Eric. Continuing coverage on tornado recovery in Rome. National Grid will be back in Rome a week from today for customers to meet with face-to-face someone about their bills. The event is August 14th from 10 to 3 at the Jervis Public Library. If you want to apply for the company's Energy Assistance Program, you're going to need to bring letters saying that you qualify for SNAP, Medicaid, Veterans Disability, or other federal assistance programs. The new school year will bring...
Hello, I'm Sarah Macri. I'm with the United Way of Mohawk Valley. The city of Rome and the village of Canastota experienced devastating tornado activity on July 16, 2024, leading to significant damage and loss of life. United Way will be at your side by ensuring our 211 call center that supports Oneida and Madison counties has the latest referrals at their fingertips. That alone will not be enough. We are here to support our partner agencies and our communities at large by creating the Unmet Needs Funds. Donations to this fund will directly help families in need during what will undoubtedly be a significant rebuilding period. We are working directly with the YMCA of the Greater Tri-Valley and to ensure every dollar goes directly into hands of people in the greatest need. If other agencies would like to partner with us, we invite them to please reach out. Contributions can be made by going to unitedwaymv.org/tornado. Every gift, no matter the size, will make a significant difference in supporting their unmet needs in the interim. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we live united.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. It was a very pleasant day today with lower humidity and temperatures in the 70s. That sunshine, although not sticking around too much as we head into the next few days. But for tonight, though, we've got overnight lows falling down into the low 60s with lower humidity. So one of those good nights to leave those windows open and air out the house because we head into tomorrow, especially in the morning. It does start out dry, but as we head into the afternoon and evening, that's when rain chances increase. Now, although there'll be rain chances tomorrow, the actual concern for some heavy rainfall, potentially excessive rainfall, won't be until Friday evening, Friday night. And that's what you can see here on a general consensus on rainfall totals. We're seeing roughly 2, maybe 3 inches of rainfall, some spots even more, with at least pretty much most of the area seeing around 1 inch of rainfall minimum. And so regarding those impacts, again, tomorrow a dry start, scattered evening rain showers, no travel impacts expected. Same thing for Friday morning, clouds and some spotty rain. The actual impact timing will be Friday evening with some heavier rainfall, ponding on roadways, and especially as it heads into the overnight hours. A reminder that sometimes you can't see exactly how deep some of that water is. Just a heads up, if you encounter a flooded road, just turn around. Then by Saturday, we'll dry up and the worst of the impacts of the system will be departed. But regardless, you have issued an alert day for Friday into Friday night, again with that remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie that could bring some heavier rainfall. Flash flooding is, of course, possible. And so let's head straight to our Skycast. We've got clear skies this evening and tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Clouds will increase from the south to the north, and we'll see a few scattered spotty showers Thursday evening. These shouldn't impact our area too much, and we'll see mainly cloudy skies and a brief shower overnight into early Friday. Then Friday, cloudy, a few spotty showers, and then the heavier rainfall moves through as we head into Friday evening and overnight. But again, following Friday and into Saturday, most of the impact is over and done with. We'll still see a few spotty, lingering showers Saturday and Sunday, although it is trending more dry. And then, of course, the main thing here is those temperatures remaining pretty much in the 70s over the next few days, barely reaching the 80-degree mark as we approach Wednesday of next week.
Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. We are keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Debbie, which has made landfall along South Carolina's coast. It is going to weaken into a post-tropical depression. So the tropical storm will not reach us, but the tropical moisture will. And along that line, we could see the potential for some excessive rainfall. And so here is our flash flooding risk as we approach eventually Friday. And as you can see here, lots of red here. We are pretty much in the bullseye of potentially seeing 1 to 3 inches, some spots even more of rain. But we're still going to fine tune those rainfall totals as the path of Tropical Storm Debbie gets closer and closer. But regardless of what's happening later on this week, this evening was pretty beautiful. Tonight, great weather to leave those windows open, and a dry start tomorrow before some spotty rain showers develop by the afternoon. We'll, of course, talk about that, plus, again, more details on what's coming up later on in the week straight ahead.
All right, thank you, Eric. The new school year will bring a new cell phone.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. It was a very pleasant day today with lower humidity and temperatures in the 70s. That sunshine, although not sticking around too much as we head into the next few days. But for tonight, though, we've got overnight lows falling down into the low 60s with lower humidity. So one of those good nights to leave those windows open and air out the house because we head into tomorrow, especially in the morning. It does start out dry, but as we head into the afternoon and evening, that's when rain chances increase. Now, although there'll be rain chances tomorrow, the actual concern for some heavy rainfall, potentially excessive rainfall, won't be until Friday evening, Friday night. And that's what you can see here on a general consensus on rainfall totals. We're seeing roughly 2, maybe 3 inches of rainfall, some spots even more, with at least pretty much most of the area seeing around 1 inch of rainfall minimum. And so regarding those impacts, again, tomorrow a dry start, scattered evening rain showers, no travel impacts expected. Same thing for Friday morning, clouds and some spotty rain. The actual impact timing will be Friday evening with some heavier rainfall ponding on roadways. And especially as it heads into the overnight hours, a reminder that sometimes you can't see exactly how deep some of that water is. Just a heads up, if you encounter a flooded road, just turn around. Then by Saturday, we'll dry up and the worst of the impacts of the system will be departed. But regardless, you have issued an alert day for Friday into Friday night. Again, with that remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie that could bring some heavier rainfall. Flash flooding is, of course, possible. And so let's head straight to our Skycast. We've got clear skies this evening and tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Clouds will increase from the south to the north, and we'll see a few scattered spotty showers Thursday evening. These shouldn't impact our area too much, and we'll see mainly cloudy skies and a brief shower overnight into early Friday. Then Friday, cloudy, a few spotty showers, and then the heavier rainfall moves through as we head into Friday evening and overnight. But again, following Friday and into Saturday, most of the impact is over and done with. We'll still see a few spotty, lingering showers Saturday and Sunday, although it is trending more dry. And then, of course, the main thing here is those temperatures remaining pretty much in the 70s over the next few days, barely reaching the 80-degree mark as we approach Wednesday of next week.